Welcome to the Asian Dating Podcast. I'm your host, Mei Bugenhagen, and I have Xiaoli Mei with me today. Xiaoli, welcome to the show and tell everybody a little bit about you.
Hi everyone, I'm Xiaoli Mei. I'm an Asian matchmaker based in San Francisco Bay Area, but our agency actually also serving clients across an entire United States, sometimes globally, a little bit of Asia or even in Europe. So, we are the Asian matchmaker. Basically, all the female members are Asian, and anyone will be interested in finding our Asian partners. And here we are. That's our specialty.
I have known Xiaoli for quite a few years now, and we oftentimes do partner up to serve a client. Sometimes it's a man, sometimes it's a woman. And we have a lot of success in that because we have combined our database is pretty robust. And we love what we do. And we're always chit-chatting on text or on the phone or something. So it's always a pleasure to hang out with you, Xiaoli. And I can't wait for our cruise coming up in November, where we are going to be part of the Matchmakers Alliance Conference, where we're going to meet hopefully up to like 100 matchmakers and just be on this Virgin cruise and network and bond and collaborate and see what our competition is doing. And it's just going to be great time, great time. So I'm really
Yeah, I'm
looking
so
forward to that.
excited. Not only I feel every time I go there, I always will get a lot of collaboration, opportunity. So I don't think in a way, we're all matchmakers. Of course, a little bit of competition there, but because our niche is in Asian women, and there's not a lot of other matchmakers can do what we do.
Yeah.
That's the part I feel very proud. We have a very unique niche.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Well, today is going to be a little bit different with the podcast. I'm basically going to fire off questions to Xiaoli, and because we have a lot of experience in this field, she's just going to answer them. So, Xiaoli, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So,
Shoot.
this last week, I've had some clients ask me, when is a good time to give an Asian woman a kiss? Like, do you find that the Asian women want to kiss on the first date, or do they normally wait and be more comfortable on the second or third date? Like, what is it based off of your experience? Are the clients that you work with comfortable with kissing?
That's a good question. So Asian women, you have to also, in a way, differentiate. There's a different type of Asian women. Someone was born here. We call them American-born Chinese or American-born Japanese. But some is came later, from their home country, came here for higher education. So generally speaking, people were born here, they're more open-minded. And then the people who came later, a little bit more reserved. Generally speaking, I think on the first day, it's safe to not to kiss the girl if they came from another country, come here for higher education. For the girls who born here, it's really depends, like the girl's personality. If the girls are really outgoing, bubbly on the first day, um, I think it would be fine. But if she's a little bit shy, reserved, it's kind of a little bit risky. So the general rule, I think it would be, just to ask, you're so cute, can I kiss you on the cheek?
Yeah. So
That
you
that's
think
that's more on the safe side. Yeah.
So you think kissing on the cheek is more safe, and usually they would say yes?
Yeah. I mean, they will say yes, they will say no. Actually, last year, I remember I have a client got married. The gentleman is a Caucasian. He did exactly what I just described. He really liked her. So he asked her, "Can I kiss you?" when they walk into the parking lot. And then she said no. She said, "Oh, it's too early.
Yeah.
We're only on the first date."
Yeah.
And then he respect her. But now they're married. So it's like always safe to ask, "Can
Yeah.
I kiss you?" Yeah.
I feel like even though I'm Asian born, I'm American born Chinese, I feel like the first date is too soon. I don't think I ever kissed a guy on the first date if I didn't know him prior, if I didn't have some kind of friendship with him. I mean, if you think about it, if it's your first date, you're only spending an hour, hour and a half with somebody, and then this person is virtually a stranger if you meet them online. Yes, you text it back and forth, but you're just meeting first time ever for 60 minutes, 90 minutes, and then you expect to kiss her. I don't know. That seems a little bit too much for me anyway, at least when I
Yeah,
date.
yeah. It's a little risky because you will get, the girl mad at you. You're like, oh, right. So I would just say always ask if you really want to kiss her on first date. And other, if you don't want to ask, then it's safe not to do that. Maybe leave for the second day or third day. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it depends if she's touchy-feely with you, right? If she's very flirtatious and she's touching your arm and getting close to your face, that's a different story. So, of course, that's case by case. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have a lady client. Actually, she kissed the guy on the first date. She was the one because she was so outgoing. She just like, "Oh, I really like you." So she kissed the guy was like, "Oh wow, like that's great." So it really depends. But if you want to say the rule, the common practice will be better not to do that or ask before you do that.
yeah.
Yes.
Now, when do you think someone should introduce their boyfriend or girlfriend to their friends?
What do you think?
Oh, well, I guess it just depends on the comfort level. It depends on what activity. So, for example, if you're invited to a party and you're going on Saturday night, and maybe you guys have dated, gone out 3 or 4 times already where you feel comfortable, then, oh, what are you doing on a Saturday? A friend's having a barbecue. Would you like to come? And that's like a good time to meet friends versus just like a non-event where you're like, oh, let me set up a dinner with me and you and some good friends. Like I feel like it in a social environment where you were invited anyway, then that's like easier to introduce your friends in a party environment versus, oh, let me plan something. Like here's just two couples going out to dinner. It could be too soon. I don't know. I was just curious.
Yeah, I would say the first 3 dates should be really one-on-one
Yeah.
because we always say the magic of three. Like after 3 dates, you pretty much know if for this person you kind of want to continue dating or just no chemistry at all. Because after first date, lots of people feel like it's like yeah, she's a nice person. She's nice girl. Not really sure about the chemistry part, and we'll always say just continue go on 2 or 3 dates. So I would just say before you start evaluating if you have a attraction to each other. It's good to stay one on one. But after 3 dates, you feel like, yeah, I really want to continue to see this person. Definitely just happen if next weekend you're gonna go out with your friends, you can feel free to bring along your match. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good rule of thumb where your first 3 dates keep it one on one and not bring other people into it yet. But I feel like after the third date, I guess that's when I usually kissed somebody, like on the third date. That's when you're kind of thinking something might happen more. And you have a better connection. So then after that, you can introduce them to your friends and things like that. So, okay.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
what about when should you introduce your partner um, to your parents?
Well, that's actually a very varies. There's some girls told me like 6 months, they're not gonna introduce their boyfriend or their date to parents because they don't want to hurt parents' feeling. Some parents really eager or anxious for their daughter or the son to get married, have a kids. But then one girl just told me I keep bringing my boyfriend to my parents and then I never break up. Then my parents got like feel so hurt. So I think that it really depends. If the two people really decided that it's going to be exclusive dating, not seeing other people and call themselves boyfriend and girlfriend, I think it should be the time also go see the parents, right? What do you think?
I agree. I feel like it's better once you've established exclusivity between two people that, hey, here's my boyfriend versus, hey, here's someone I'm seeing, but you haven't had that talk yet to be exclusive. So I do feel like it means more if you are boyfriend, girlfriend, and then you introduce them to your parents. Premature introduction to parents, I don't think it's a good thing. I feel like I didn't introduce boyfriends to my parents until I knew it was serious. And even after we were serious with one guy, we broke up. So it was like, so yeah, it's hard to tell, but I guess it's the relationship you have with your parents too. I think that matters. If you see your parents a lot and then your boyfriend wants to tag along with you to go to dinner or something, that might be good too. I guess it just depends on your comfort level and depends on your boyfriend if he's ready to meet the parents, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of facts into that. And
Yeah.
also the foundation. The reason I said that, it really depends on you too, the foundation, because sometimes the parents' opinion will impact your decision to be in a relationship too, because they are especially Asian parents, right? We all call tiger mom, you know. They could be very strongly opinionated about, oh, I don't like this boy, or I like this boy. So in one of my real clients experience, and I have this guy who met the girl, and the girl, because they met at her house a few days later, just happened a mom is visiting, so they have a dinner together. And the mom really liked the boy, but the girl actually wasn't sure about the boy yet because they were still just trying to get to know each other. But the mom liked the boy because he speaks Cantonese. He like checked a lot of boxes. Mom think is a good boyfriend or husband material. And so because of that, the girl decided to continue, but the chemistry actually wasn't very strong in the beginning. And because mom said, and then she was like, oh, my mom liked him, and maybe I should continue to date him. So they dragged for 6 months, and then she still decided to break up. And it really hurt the guy's feeling because he's like, oh my God, we're into this in 6 months. Why you didn't tell me in the beginning? You didn't have a romantic chemistry. You think I'm more like a friend. So
Yeah.
it's like a hurting too to two people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I mean, it's hard to tell in that situation when the right time to meet the parents, but yeah, these are all very good questions. There's
Like
not,
me, I didn't take my husband back then, a boyfriend, to meet my mom until like a year later.
yeah,
Because I know my mom's very opinionated about anything. Like she would be like, oh no, this, that. So I'm like, I don't want to hear that. So when I bring my boyfriend to my mom, I'm solid. Like no matter what she says, he's my boyfriend. I don't
Yeah.
care, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay. So, Xiaoli, you're Chinese. You are from China. You speak Mandarin. I am Chinese. I speak Cantonese. And what do you think are the differences between Chinese, Japanese, Korean, in your opinion? I mean, there's no right or wrong answer, but just based on your experience working with Chinese, Japanese, and Korean, how do they differ?
So I would say start with Chinese. Even Chinese, like me came from China later on, or like you who were born here, there's a difference as well. And I do have a clients coming to us say, I only want to meet girls who were born here or guys who were born here because there are the cultural differences. And then the girls from China, born there, grew up there, came here for higher education. They were usually more reserved, more traditional, more shy in that sense. And then they have a different, in a way, value system. They want the guy, be a good provider, but the girls born here is more American spirit. So it's more like a teamwork, like we together build up the team, the family together. So yeah, that's a big difference. Japanese, it's a very interesting culture and they are very super duper reserved in a sense. They don't never really express their true feelings. Because, one Japanese say yes, yes, it doesn't mean he or she agrees you. It means just that they are listening. So that's a big difference. I have a few clients, they actually married a Japanese wife and end up divorcing. It's like they say, I never know what my wife thinks about things because she never gave me really like accurate her feeling. She likes this or she dislikes this. So sometimes you have to guessing, but I think it's a Japanese culture. So with that culture, when you're dating Japanese girl, you have to really ask specific questions. Are you okay with that? When you say yes, it's like you're listening or you agree with what I said. You know what I mean? You gotta have like a double confirm. So that's the Japanese culture. But Japanese ladies are super sweet. They are very, very uh family oriented. They will please their husband, they will do everything, but emotionally they're just not showing much.
That's
Like,
interesting. Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah. And Korean culture, women, I mean, today we just talk about all the girls, right? Females, I mean, they are very straightforward. Korean women are very strong-headed, so they speak what's on their mind. And
Don't you
then,
think Chinese women speak what's on their mind too? I feel like sometimes the Chinese women that I work with are really aggressive with their needs and wants, where they don't really they're not so passive like the Japanese women. I feel like Chinese women are really, like they just let you know what's going on.
yeah, yeah.
They
So
feel.
I think that the degree is a Korean woman is the highest in terms of they speak up what they want. And Chinese will be the second, Japanese will be on the lower end because they really don't talk that much. But Korean women, some Korean women can really drink. That's what I found out. They can even drink better
Yeah.
than the men. Yeah, so they have a very tough personality.
I feel
Like
like a lot of the Korean men that I work with want to date Korean women. Like the Korean women only want to date Korean men. I don't get a lot of Korean men or women that say, "Oh, I'll date Chinese or Japanese." Like they tend to want to stick with their own country, I feel like, at least from my experience.
yeah, there are some, but also interestingly, a lot of Korean women are into Chinese American
Hmm.
too.
I think,
It's all, there's a diversity there too. Of course, they're into Caucasian, partners as well.
yeah.
But culturally, they are different. So it's like if you only ask these three, we call it East Asian. But if you let's dig into like a Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, they all have a different culture as well. So I always say, even we're all Asian women, but we have a slightly different culture. The common culture is same, family oriented. There's traditions, customs you gotta follow. But personality wise, they are slightly different. Yeah.
I feel like the Filipinas are more nurturing with their husbands and more willing to like give massages and cook for them and just be more attentive, I feel like. I don't know if
Yes,
I
yes,
feel like,
you're right.
yeah.
Thailand too, Thai girls too. That's why there are clients specifically want to just meet, Filipino matches or Thai matches because based on their previous experience. And then they are very nurturing. They are good tempered. They always smiling. They're very, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
very
a
easygoing,
very
very just very
easygoing.
sweet. So, the Filipino women are very nurturing, at least based on my experience talking to my guy friend. He's like, "Oh my gosh, she's so sweet. She like gives me foot rubs, she gives me massages. She's just so affectionate and not afraid of affection." So, just I don't know, that's my experience with
Yeah,
Filipino
that's true.
women.
But everyone has a preference, right? Like certain people just like the look of Filipinos, Thai girls, but there are certain clients they more drawn to East Asian women look.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's why it's all good. It's all good. They're all beautiful. That's why.
I know, I know. It's yeah, I mean, I love what we do. I love working with Asian women, and I actually have a lot of success with shy Asian women because a lot of guys are okay if the Asian women are shy on the quieter end, not necessarily need them to be outgoing or very Americanized. Like, in fact, they kind of appreciate the women being more calm and more on the quieter end. I don't know what your thoughts are with your husband. Like, did he think he was getting a quiet Asian woman, Chinese woman, or he
I
doesn't?
don't think I'm a quiet. Like my husband, he doesn't like someone too overly social, go to bars, nightclubs, drinking. So in that sense, he likes, Asian women more family oriented. That's what he said to me. But he's not a social and a little bit introvert too. So he actually drawn to someone who a little bit more extrovert.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I think I'm a little bit extrovert. I'm a balanced introvert extrovert. I can be not talking, but if there's need to be, I can really talk. So I think of Asian women, some Asian women, when you look at them at the first sight, you feel like, oh, they're maybe reserved. But when you get to know them, they actually, they relax, that they can be really fun, outgoing, uh, bubbly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like there are people just naturally like even with the strangers they can be outgoing. Asian women I think it takes a little time like
Mhm.
warm up a little bit, get to know you better, and then they all become a very relaxed and outgoing. Yeah,
Now, what's your biggest surprise, Shally, with being an Asian matchmaker? What is one thing that you didn't realize about this line of work? Something that
that's a good
surprised you?
question. That's good. Something surprised me. Uh, okay, yeah. The surprise me for is for with clients coming to me, especially male clients, is once they had Asian women as a girlfriend or life partner, they usually will just never go back, always want to go Asian women.
Once you go Asian, you don't go back.
Yeah, yeah, don't go back. But another surprise is that's the common pattern for human being though. That's the one I'm constantly correcting them is everybody coming to me to tell me what they're looking for based on their past experience. So it's like I want this woman because I had a girlfriend like that. But then I always say, well, since the past experience didn't work out, will you be open-minded a little bit, out of box? They were like, no, this is the only thing I know. So they want to just stick with what they know or what they're comfortable. And I think you and me, our job is along the way, let them to open-minded to try different experience. It's all Asian women, but doesn't mean have to be really just this type. So
Yeah.
it's like if the guy dated a Thai girl, like he only want to meet a Thai girl again, but I would introduce him to Philippine girl or Vietnamese girl. And then I just say, it doesn't have to be Thai girl to fit that criteria because they all on the same type of personality, traits, right? So then they were like, oh yeah, that's true though. Yeah.
You know what's one thing that surprised me in the 16 years I've been doing this? I feel like I have a better success record with a client if he says, I prefer to date Asian women, but I'm also open to Caucasian women and Latina women and whatever other ethnicities. I feel like if they gave me not just Asian women as the box to check, but another ethnicity, that I do better with them because it opens up more options for them. And you just never know. I had a guy that came to me, my Florida client. He prefers Asian women, but he's also open to Caucasian women. And I found him a Caucasian woman that has the same criteria and same qualities as an Asian woman. And now they're dating. They're dating, I hope, boyfriend and girlfriend soon. I don't know if they've decided to be exclusive or labeled it yet, but I just feel like if people are flexible and just, yes, they come to us because they want to date Asian women, but they're also comfortable dating Caucasian women. And the more options they give us, the better it is for us to do the searches for them. I just find it really tough when someone comes to me and they're like, I only want Japanese women. And then I connect with a Japanese matchmaker, and the Japanese matchmakers are always asking me, does this guy make at least six figures? Like, I feel like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Japanese women also want successful men. So maybe it's the Japanese women that hire a matchmaker are more accomplished. But so there's that dynamic. But yeah, if they come to me and only want one country, it's so much harder to
Yeah,
be
I'm
successful.
okay. They come to me, just say Asian women, but be open-minded on the type
Yeah.
and just not only Japanese or only Korean. But I'm okay if they don't say I only want Asian women, I don't want a Caucasian, I don't want Latino. I can totally work with that.
Yeah.
But if they only say I only want Chinese, and then I will say, well, I always ask, why Chinese?
Hmm.
So most of the time they give me the reason is, oh, because my ex-girlfriend is Chinese. I said, oh, okay. But what I'd love to learn what you like about her, right? So like the things you like about her, we can find a Korean woman too. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Well,
I have
um,
a guy told me, I'm so done with no more Caucasian women. I'm done. I'm done. Done. Just then at that point you cannot convincing him to be open-minded. So I'm like, okay, I can just work with you on Asian women, but you gotta be open-minded on what type of Asian women.
I
Yeah.
mean, if you think about it, someone comes to a matchmaker and they're like, I only want to date Caucasian men. There's Caucasian men from Europe, there's Caucasian men from America, there's Caucasian men from Canada. So there are Caucasian men from different countries, right? So someone who says they want to date Asian, they should be able and should want to date Asian women from all different countries. And the thing that gets me is sometimes they can't even tell the difference between Filipina, Thai, or Vietnamese. Like they can't tell the difference, right? So if they can't tell the difference, then they should just meet them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's interesting. And but do you also realize usually those people come in with a very narrow the criteria, but at the end they always open up a little bit. I think in one of the podcasts we did together, I said that's my philosophy. I always do his way or her way, client's way, the first half,
Yeah.
because that's what he's looking for. And if it worked out, great. If it didn't work out, then I said, okay, the second half we gotta do my way.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I would provide a different type of matches. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Well, Xiaoli, thank you so much for joining me on the Asian Dating Podcast today. I will put all of your information in the show notes. So if people want to contact you, can you tell the audience a little bit about what you do and who's your ideal client that you can help and want to help?
So I'm an Asian matchmaker, mainly just serving all the people who are looking for Asian partner. Either you are Asian yourself or you are Caucasian, you are Latino, you want to have an Asian partner and coming to me. Now I serve clients age from 30 all the way to 75. Um, as long as you are healthy, you are good person, and I'm sure you can find someone for you. I always believe there's someone out there, for you.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
do feel like there's a lid for every pot, and it's just leave it up to us to find them. So, thank you so
Yes.
much for joining me on the Asian Dating Podcast. And for those women out there, if you want to join my database, please go to twoasianmatchmakers.com. I would love to help you find a great guy, and it's free for women to be part of my database. And men out there, if you're looking to hire a matchmaker, I can help you. Contact me or contact Xiaoli. Or you can say, you know what, I saw you both on a podcast and I want to work with you both. And you can actually get both of us for the price of one. So make sure you
Yeah.
mention that. So thank you so much, Xiaoli.